3D graphics aspect with an artist named Mark Lee, which I can introduce you guys to.
Yeah, so one idea around like the metaverse is it's not just like a virtual meeting place, but also there are different like physics engines tied to different reality models. So
Yeah, see the reality matrix.
yeah.
That's actually how it has come to me as well when it was part of the when it was in the context of the World Tree Network.
Oh, nice.
It was actually physics engines and doing 3D modeling of manufacturable items with the physics engine before AI had this explosion. And so this is like 2020, 2019, this was coming through. And then now it's like they already, all that code exists. You can do stuff like that, but it's just not, you can't interact with it. There's no metaverse, which is like, why can't you walk around and see your creations being tested? Like,
yeah. I do still have all the old asterisk code.
Yeah.
We never want to use that. Yeah, so me and someone else who used to be in Black Sky, or maybe still is, I don't know. We built this like metaverse. It was kind of like supposed to be virtual art galleries, but we did host like events and stuff there. And we did like a Black Sky event, like a conference thing in the metaverse, and you can like choose your own character and walk around. And yeah, it ended up kind of falling apart, but I still have the code for it. I don't know how legal that is, but you know, it is what it is.
Like it should be part of the archive, you know, we should be able to like have the master node spin it up and people like wander around the original.
Yeah, I'm sure it could be modified slightly.
Okay, so we got metaverse, events, residences, and chat. So events, should we expand on that?
Like the events in the network or something, but I guess it could be other curated event lists.
Yeah, and that almost dovetails with the whole calendar aspect, which is great, and events having some time-space coordinates and some could be in person.
We do need some kind of calendar thing in here.
Yeah, well, I think maybe we should not have that be part of this scope.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep adding boxes on here. It'll keep growing. No.
Yeah, well, we can come up with a different name for that. Well, actually, that's part of the identity protocols, so you don't need to worry too much. And it's all like the open source stuff that's like replacing the Google shit that I'm stitching together. Yeah, so that's more in the individual users stuff, like tool belt.
Nice. Right.
And this is more like the actual Black Sky Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just wonder how that connects. Like, can you have like an org calendar or something like that, or?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we should just sit down and design what your ideals are for that, because like you're such a great user experience muse.
Yes.
And also maybe not right at this moment, but I'm into it. Okay, so events and residences.
Yeah, like Skylabs or something, or residencies or places to stay. Yeah.
Okay, so that is actually 3D location in real world. Yeah, this is cool, and that seems like kind of overlapping a little bit with what you're going for, Natalia. Yeah, the physical spaces. Is she there? Oh, is it just? Oh, she's. No, oh yeah, I see her there, but probably.
She's definitely focused on in real life events, and we were actually talking about it today. Like we had plans to do exhibitions and that kind of stuff, like exhibition events even. But yeah, in real life spaces for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and so it does feel like imagining like, okay, the residents, which I don't know if that's quite the right term, but let's just say like
Tu vois?
the thing, the place,
Mhm.
can be connected to the event.
Mhm.
And even there's some like digital twin of the thing as it's happening. So like I was part of a thing in Dubai where we had an event happen in an event space and then a digital twin of it where a bunch of people logged on into a metaverse that was a exact duplicate of our like physical space.
Mm.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it was a little hokey. It's early in the technology life cycle, but yeah, it was a step.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do like the dual events after I just went through that process recently, but I could see I don't know. I don't know if everyone's gonna want to do that, but might have to do some metaverse sort of things. I'm abandoning this place here until I sort out like sort things out from my own perspective.
It's just there's a I think my brain is noticing like there's a kind of overlap a little bit between the place aspect of a metaverse with the place aspect of a residence. It's like, hey, this is
Yeah,
a place
yeah.
you can actually go to in real life with a name and a vibe. And oh look, here's one that exists only in the digital. Also has a name, also has a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, we've had these ideas for a long time. Whenever we were working on Space Decentral too, for kind of having this virtual instantiation of the real world. I would say for me personally, that's not super high priority.
Same.
I think like the metaverse, as far as all the things on this list, it's probably much lower in a certain sense. But I think it would be nice to still have like at least one metaverse like place that's, you know, I think what's more interesting is being like imaginative of what the future society looks like as opposed to the digital twin thing. So more it's sort of like an installation of like the future.
Yeah. I'm into that because a lot of people are talking about that whole digital twin thing, but it always like sounds cool for a little bit, and then whenever I interact with it or experience it, it like loses its luster almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying if we're gonna prioritize making a metaverse environment, I'd just do like the imaginative thing, and then I think the digital twin stuff. I'm not saying I think it could still fit, but I could just see us not having that much time to be building all these like metaverses.
Yeah, and as our values are around freedom and privacy, pseudonymity, and ability to interact and control the information that you're seeing, and have alternative streams of information being able to flow, and in a space that you control. It's like the whole like metaverse aspect doesn't seem like it's at the forefront.
Doesn't seem what?
Like it's at the forefront.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's concentrate. And Mark with Ding Dong Digital is the kind of gaming studio. Just a funny story, but okay, so we can table that for now. So residences. Is there any other aspect of physical spaces that we should be aware of in that box?
Residences. Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to physical spaces, there's something we need to think about hierarchically for a lot of this like information? Because it's sort of like a space is like is like an org within this whole thing, so it might have its own kind of subset or filtered view of a lot of what's going on here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. So if we, okay, could you, so
Well, I mean,
residences, residency.
well, it might be different. Like, I guess there's Skylabs, and then there might just be
Mhm.
like places or something.
It's kind of like an active, there's a particular activation of a physical space which is in the network, which would be like a Skylab. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's more tied to, um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
we
we don't
can,
have to have all these little details figured out here, but I mean, I think
yeah,
these
not in this, but just to know that there's a little state there that can switch on and off, and there's like different types of
yeah, I mean, the thing is,
residencies.
I don't even know if we really like for the MVP. Like, I don't see it being that important. I would, it's more like,
Mhm.
but I think some of the more important parts are like this, not like these like this knowledge part, the psychodestiny or the imaginal space, the feed, and then like decisions, tasks, or decisions or something. And then more oriented around like some sort of like scientific data gathering type of thing for like the knowledge foundations, or getting more into like DSci or whatever we want to call that. But yeah, that's what I've been, I guess, thinking more as like the MVP. And then because it's more like in the beginning, it's going to be about the knowledge or articles that people are sharing and communicating, communicating on those things. And then yes, the events.
Mm. Can you like explain and expand just a bit on how the reality matrix leads on to the eschaton oracle there? I love that I can say that.
Okay, so this sort of relates to the psychodestiny or the dream logs. So the Eschaton Oracle, it's tied to the different dreams that people are sharing and having. But yeah, I guess that gets filtered through some reality matrix, something that like normalizes the data a bit.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, so we can go into like what reality rubric. It's like, oh yes, this fits within scientific standards of observability, or this one is in a different reality matrix.
Yeah, so this sort of ties to some of the stuff I'm starting to outline for oracular mechanics. So
Very nice.
there will be like this kind of ontology, but there could be a few different ones as well. So then, what the results of what comes out of the Eschaton Oracle, you could sort of just like also change the lens of the reality matrix. So instead of saying there's only one reality matrix here, there can be multiple, and then you can kind of play around and see what kind of results are appearing.
Okay, so that makes perfect sense then that you have the planetary and cosmic data feeds.
Yeah, because we want to pull in like, okay, what's going on with the sun or the planets, or there's like this comet or whatever, so it's like factoring in on like what's happening as well.
Well, this is phenomenal. Okay, so I am pretty clear on the egregore here. And let's see, what would you think is the first level of interface when you get past the login stuff? You're like, have yourself, and then you show up in the Black Sky Nexus.
I don't know.
Think about it.
Are we figuring it all out right now?
No,
Oh, yeah,
just the
oh,
first
there's,
step.
oh yeah, there's one other thing missing from here that that I think is gonna be nice in this whole universe of things, but it relates to the topics and like the like our different like research topics or kind of research areas, but also like in relation to that, like thinking of the like ideals of, like, for example, like the post web, it's like here are our 7 principles. It might be something like
Yeah.
we're imagining a new computer or something, and then like defining like
Uh,
principles or something around that. So you know,
I'm raising my hand.
so somewhere where this kind of coding of these or defining these like ideals is happening.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yes. So in the Identikey network, when you first join the network, the design has it where you agree to something very basic and universal, which I'm still working out the language of, but it comes around like do no harm. It's not something that there's any laws around. It's not really even measurable or enforceable, but it's an energetic agreement that if you want to take part in the network, you hold this energy of, you know, goodness, or just something really, really basic.
But what does that mean? Like, do no
Exactly.
harm.
Exactly. That's why it's not finalized. And yeah, exactly. That's why. And so that's not something that, you know, we can ship with, but that's the vibe is that there's some agreements for being part of the network. For instance, like you've removed people from Black Sky before, because they didn't abide by a certain code of conduct that was implicit. But then I think there's maybe it would be cool to have some explicit something.
So you're gonna be moderating Identikey, like, shouldn't that?
No. There's no moderation. This is an energetic
Dawaj,
agreement.
хорошо.
It's unenforceable.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone speaks something or they agree with something, then that is karmically they're bound to it.
Yeah, I think harm is just very subjective or something.
Okay, no, seriously, it's gonna change. This just was the example.
I mean, I would think that for creating like a technology, it's very neutral, but then the communities, they have the sort of like moderation rules, right?
Yeah, it has been phrased in terms of moderation rules. I wonder what would be useful for Black Sky and as far as our vibes, because we're very anti-authoritarian, everyone so far anyway. But then also we have to be our own authorities to create a space. So then how shall we do that?
There was something I was starting to write recently. Do you see this basic laws thing?
Let's see.
I mean, this is like more so like it was like a placeholder before we've had a discussion on like what things are exactly. So
basic laws. I love this. No formal code is the first one. Yeah. Or no fun. Yeah. Anyway, it's good.
Well, it was just sort of like, yeah.
Hesitation towards codes. Okay. Plurality of belief. Great. right? Limits of enforcement, cool, exceptional circumstances for removal. Path to return, living framework, autonomy of Skyline projects, 7 tenants, etc. That's great. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that we would want in the opening.
Yeah.
And then the question is, do you want people to be able to indicate their agreement? And then the question is agreeing to it a requirement to entry? Because you could just disagree and still be able to enter.
I think we should have something, and then there's like an agreement, like, yeah, that they read it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So that might be first step, and then it drops you into the Nexus. What does that feel like?
I don't
A
know
warm bath.
what people think. Yeah.
I said a warm bath.
A warm bath.
Right, yeah.
Tingling all over, energy inpouring.
Yes. I know what it's not. It's not a bunch of pop-up ads.
Right.
A warm bath. I love it. Okay, so that would be maybe some homework. Is us all kind of envisioning like where we go from that entry point. And so then I'm going to flip this upside down and come in it from the back end. And then I haven't shipped my token launch platform, so I can't work on it yet or finish it. I have the authentication system working. It just looks like shit. And so I just need to style it up and deploy it, and then we'll have our kind of shared wiki space available. And then it seems like the thing from the data perspective is this user profile, and then being able to have groups and alliances. Perhaps data sharing.
Yeah. I think the knowledge, oh, that's part of the wiki, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to, I think maybe once I would say the next steps are get our knowledge base going or something, and then we can start putting the feature list and like prioritizing it, because I'm not really, like, I don't know, for me to do like product feature stuff, it just needs more details, and I have to kind of think, or maybe like other people have ideas too, but I can't just like off the bat right now. I don't know. I think it just requires some more focus. I thought we were just having a more like general discussion about this, as opposed to like, let's do a product plan like discussion.
Oh yeah, no, I think this is good to be a general discussion. I just wanted to see if we could start to penetrate into the logos of the details in order that it starts to self-render in our brains as we like be like, oh, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know that. And then your subconscious, and then you'll start dreaming, and then it'll become clear.
Good point.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like, groups, alliances, that sort of thing. I'm just like, okay, well, we're pretty small right now, but I think a lot of these things also just relate to like, maybe what is the full strategy on how we launch, and how like each person wants to, like, what are each individual's
I think you're right from the
desires.
perspective.
So that's why I wanted to do the Psycho Destiny stuff, and then all this other stuff gets kind of sorted out as soon as each person writes up their Psycho Destiny thing,
Yeah. I think you're right from the perspective of the a UI, like for people being able to create groups and alliances and things like that when there's only like, we don't have anyone yet, and then there'll be 10, and there'll be 20, then 30 people. It's like not the first thing that you do from the UI perspective. From the data structure perspective, I've found it's way easier when you have that in place. ahead of time.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, that does make sense because yeah, adding that in the future will be hard. So,
Yeah, so I'm just going to try to model that out. And it's also like one of the things I'm doing with Identikey. So
Yeah.
I'm hopefully just reuse as I develop that aspect.
Mhm.
I'm going to be demoing peer-to-peer connection between people using scanning of NFC cards at Tribal Visions in Taos, New Mexico in like a week.
Oh, nice. Very
That's
cool.
cool.
So hopefully I can reuse a bunch of that work regarding groups.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's like I feel sated regarding getting my mind around our intention field here, and the group of boxes is really handy. That's a great map.
Oh, I'm glad it's helpful.
Right. I'm gonna save it so I can refer back to it. What would you call this? Information architect? No, it's like what is this nexus thing?
I guess it's like a information architecture diagram. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, I think I'm happy with. Ooh, and wow, I meant to do half an hour, but it's now 50 minutes. But if anybody wants to take the mic, now's the time.
I think we're good. Or
Coming at you from Compton.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh man,
Or
I got some. I was dropping some verses yesterday. It was really some fun stuff. My favorite ones were the. Do you want me to regale you?
Yes.
All right, this is the one. There we go. Giving birth in private to the new civilization, just as Rhea gave Kronos his emetic ablations. The holder of thunder cries out in a cave. Shadows and speakers, Plato's all night rave when your mind cracks open and Athena leaps out in full battle dress, owl, helmet, and glaive.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah. All right. Big love, y'all. I gotta finish this up.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Fuck
Bye.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.